They didn't attack Muhammad Ali when he was strong. They waited. They waited until his breathing was heavy, until sweat blurred his vision, until his back touched the ropes, and the world leaned forward, ready to watch him fall. The crowd felt it. The opponents smelled it. History seemed prepared for an ending. This was supposed to be the moment he broke. But what they didn't understand was this. They weren't set surrounding a defeated man. They were surrounding a decision to endure, a decision to stay calm, a decision to wait for the perfect moment. Because sometimes, the most dangerous person in the room is the one everyone has already counted out. And what Muhammad Ali did next didn't just win a fight. It rewrote what strength looks like forever. Stay with me, because these 7 lessons were born in the exact moment the world thought Ali was finished. 1. Your weakest moment is often a trap, not the end. When the world looked at Muhammad Ali, they saw exhaustion. They saw sweat pouring down his face. They saw slower movement, heavier breathing, and a man backed into a corner. But what they thought was weakness was actually control. This is where most people misunderstand life. Your lowest moment is not when you are defeated. It's when others decide you are. Ali understood something timeless. When people believe you're finished, they stop respecting your power. They rush in carelessly. They expose themselves. Life works the same way. When you're struggling, people assume you've lost direction. When you go quiet, they assume you given up. When you slow down, they think you're done. But silence doesn't mean surrender. Stillness doesn't mean fear. And weakness is often just strength gathering itself. Ali didn't panic in that corner. He didn't waste energy proving himself. He didn't fight emotion with emotion. He waited, because real strength isn't loud, it's patient. Many people lose, not because they are beaten, but because they believe the moment defines them. Ali refused that belief. He showed the world that being cornered doesn't mean being trapped. Sometimes it means you've drawn your opponent exactly where you want them. So when life backs you into a corner, when everything feels heavy, when people start counting you out, will the net rush? Don't explain. Don't break. Because the moment they think you're finished might be the moment you're about to change everything. 2. Silence can be a strategy. Muhammad Ali was famous for his voice. His words shook rooms before his punches ever did. He talked, he predicted, he declared victory before the bell rang. But in that moment, surrounded, tired, tested, Ali said nothing. No taunts, no panic, no visible fear, just silence. And that silence was louder than any words, because silence unsettles people. When you don't react, others begin to guess. When you don't respond, they lose rhythm. When you don't explain yourself, they grow impatient. Ali let his opponents swing wildly, chasing an opening that didn't exist. Every punch they threw drained their strength, not his. This is a lesson life teaches painfully late. Not every attack deserves a response. Not every insult needs defense. Not every misunderstanding needs clarification. Sometimes the smartest move is to let people reveal themselves. Silence protects your energy. Silence sharpens your focus. Silence turns chaos into clarity. People often mistake silence for weakness until results arrive. Ali understood timing. He understood that words can wait, but discipline cannot. So when life provokes you, when people push for a reaction, when emotions demand an immediate answer, pause. Because silence isn't losing your voice. It's choosing when to use it. And when you finally speak, let it be with impact, not noise. 3. Pressure reveals who you really are. When the pressure closed in, Muhammad Ali didn't collapse. He didn't rush. He didn't abandon who he was. He became more himself. This is the truth most people avoid. Pressure doesn't change you. It exposes you. When life is easy, everyone looks confident. When things are smooth, discipline feels natural. When there's no risk, courage is cheap. But when you surrounded, when the crowd turns quiet, when failure feels close enough to touch, that's when your real self steps forward. Ali had been preparing for this moment long before it arrived. Not just in training camps, but in mindset, in belief, in identity. Under pressure, you don't rise to the level of your dreams. You fall to the level of your preparation. That's why Ali didn't panic. Panic belongs to those who rely on luck. Ali relied on who he had built himself to be. Life will corner you too. And in that moment, it won't ask what you want. It will ask who you are. Pressure will reveal whether your confidence was real or borrowed, whether your faith was deep or performative, whether your strength was practiced or imagined. Ali showed us this. If pressure breaks you, it wasn't pressure, it was truth. So don't fear difficult moments. Prepare for them. Because when life tightens its grip, that is when the world meets the real you. 4. Endurance beats power. In that moment, Muhammad Ali was not the strongest man in the ring. He wasn't throwing the hardest punches. He wasn't chasing a knockout. He was enduring, and that changed everything. Most people believe power wins battles. They believe force, speed, aggression, and domination are the keys to victory. Ali proved something far deeper. Power fades, endurance remains. His opponents attacked with everything they had. Heavy punches, relentless pressure. They tried to end the fight quickly, but Ali let time do the work. Every punch they threw drained their lungs. Every second they rushed weakened their legs. Every moment of aggression cost them control. Ali absorbed. Ali breathed. Ali stayed calm. This is where life mirrors the ring. Many people burn out not because life is unfair, but because they fight everything at once. They rush success. They force outcomes. They try to overpower problems instead of outlasting them. Endurance is not passive. It is controlled strength. It's waking up tired and still showing up. It's staying disciplined when motivation disappears. It's holding your ground while others exhaust themselves. Ali understood that time favors the one who can stay present the longest. And when his opponents finally slowed, when their power faded, when their confidence cracked, Ali was still there, standing, focused, ready. So when life feels overwhelming, remember this. You don't need to win today. You don't need to finish everything now. You just need to stay in the fight. Because power may look impressive in the beginning, but endurance decides who remains at the end. 5. Faith in yourself must be louder than the crowd. When everything turned against him, Muhammad Ali heard the noise. The crowd doubted. The critics waited for collapse. Voices whispered, "This is where he falls." But Ali heard something louder. Himself. This is the battle most people lose long before they ever fail externally. Not because the world is against them, but because they allow the world to speak louder than their own belief. When you are surrounded, opinions multiply. Everyone suddenly knows what you should done. Everyone predicts your ending. Ali understood a brutal truth. The crowd doesn't fight your battles. You do. Their doubt doesn't carry weight unless you carry it. Their expectations don't define you unless you accept them. Ali had already decided who he was, long before the bell rang. So when the noise rose, it couldn't enter him. Faith in yourself isn't arrogance. It's commitment. It's trusting your preparation when fear whispers otherwise. It's believing your journey still matters when results pause. It's standing firm when no one else sees the vision. Life will test this faith. There will be moments when people misunderstand your silence. Your progress looks invisible. Your confidence feels lonely. That's when belief matters most. Muhammad didn't look to the crowd for permission. He didn't need applause to keep going. He carried his certainty inside. And that's the lesson. If your belief depends on support, it will collapse under pressure. But if your belief is rooted in who you know you are, no crowd can shake it. So when the noise gets loud, when doubt surrounds you, lower the volume outside and listen to the one voice that's been with you since the beginning. Your own. 6. Timing is more powerful than strength. There is a moment in every great fight when strength stops mattering, when speed becomes useless, when aggression turns into a mistake. Muhammad Ali understood this better than almost anyone who ever stepped into a ring. Ali did not win that moment because he was stronger. He won because he waited. This is where most people fail. Not because they lack ability, but because they lack timing. When Ali was surrounded, every instinct screamed for action. Fight back now. Throw something big. Prove you. Still dangerous. But Ali resisted that urge. Why? Because reacting too early is how power gets wasted. Timing is the invisible weapon. It decides whether effort turns into impact or exhaustion. Ali let his opponents punch first. Not because he was afraid, but because he knew impatience would betray them. Every second they rushed, their timing broke. Their punches lost accuracy. Their breathing shortened. Their confidence cracked. Ali was watching all of it. Life works the same way. Many people ruin opportunities not because they aren't set ready, but because they act before the moment is ripe. They speak too early. They quit too soon. They rush decisions under pressure. They try to force outcomes instead of allowing clarity to arrive. Timing requires restraint, and restraint is hard when fear is loud. Ali trusted the process, even when the situation looked dangerous. He trusted that the right moment would reveal itself, and it did. When Ali finally moved, it wasn't scent rushed. It wasn't scent emotional. It was precise, and precision changes everything. One perfectly timed move can outweigh 100 desperate ones. This is the lesson most people never learn. Being ready is not enough. You must also be patient. Life will test your timing in painful ways. It will delay rewards. It will put pressure on your patience. It will tempt you to move before you should. And in those moments, timing separates wisdom from regret. Ali didn't win because he acted the most. He won because he acted at the right moment. So when life corners you, when decisions feel urgent, when pressure pushes you to react immediately, pause, observe, let others rush. Because strength without timing becomes chaos. But timing, even with limited strength, becomes unstoppable. And when the moment finally comes, move with certainty. Not because you stir desperate, but because the time has arrived. 7. Being counted out is an advantage. There is a dangerous moment in every struggle. The moment when people stop fearing you. That moment arrived for Muhammad Ali. The crowd thought he was finished. The opponents felt safe. The critics relaxed. And that was the mistake. Because being counted out is not a curse. It sits freedom. When no one expects anything from you, pressure disappears. When people stop watching closely, mistakes multiply. When the world believes your story is over, it stops guarding against your return. Ali understood this perfectly. He didn't fight the narrative. He didn't argue with doubters. He didn't beg the world to believe again. He let them underestimate him. And underestimation is fuel. In life, people often fear being overlooked. They fear being ignored, dismissed, or forgotten. They chase validation just to feel seen. Ali did the opposite. He used invisibility as preparation time. While others relaxed, he focused. While others assumed, he planned. While others celebrated early, he stayed sharp. This is where true comebacks are born. When you counted out, expectations are low, mistakes are forgiven, pressure is removed, and freedom returns. You start no longer performing for approval. You start preparing for impact. Ali didn't need applause to rebuild. He didn't need headlines to stay dangerous. He only needed belief and discipline. Life will count you out too. People will assume you peaked. They still think your best days are behind you. They move on before you do. Let them. Because comebacks are strongest when no one sees them coming. Being counted out sharpens hunger. It removes distraction. It filters fake support from real strength. Ali showed the world that the most dangerous phase is not when you stir winning, but when you're quiet, underestimated, and still standing. So if today you feel forgotten, overlooked, written off, understand this. The world has simply given you space. Space to rebuild, space to grow, space to return stronger than before. And when you do return, don't announce it. Let the results speak. Because the most powerful words you can ever say are the ones delivered after everyone believed you were done. They thought it was over. They thought the story had reached its final page. They thought Muhammad Ali had nothing left. But history tells a different truth. Because Ali didn't win when he was praised. He didn't rise when it was easy. He became legendary when he was surrounded, doubted, and underestimated. And that's why his story still matters. Because this isn't just about boxing. It's steps about life. It's steps about the moments when you feel cornered. When progress is invisible. When people quietly decide you done. Remember this. You don't need to prove anything while you're rebuilding. You don't need applause while you preparing. And you don't need permission to rise again. Sometimes the world has to believe you finished, so you can return undeniable. So if you're surrounded right now, stay calm, stay patient, stay standing, because your comeback doesn't need an announcement. It needs results.